sort of thing. The conclusion of the SDV guys was they see no reason why this couldn't work. They need it because of the high costs and congestions and the inability to meet some of the trade requirements that are going on, that should be going on, I think.
Thanks, guys.
What's our time projection if we start today? Is this a 30-year project or?
I think if you look, you know, we're using a number that's variable, but we're just using a ballpark number of 8 years.
8 years, wow.
It could be 2 more. I don't think it would be 2 less.
Okay.
That's in all.
Yeah, that's everything.
Everything.
That's
Three marine terminals and a 220-mile road with the hubs.
Wow. We've identified 17 hubs that we're doing. And these are areas of aggregation. We're aggregating boxes. And what it does is it helps solve the single box problem. And the single box problem is if you're a manufacturer and you're sitting out in the city making your stuff and you want to put it in a box instead of in Hong Kong, it's really hard to get the railroad to stop and pick up your one box. And so what happens is that, you know, they kind of get pushed back and made much more expensive. So the hub proposition is, say, put it on a truck, get it to a hub, and be part of the 20 that are headed north. It's an aggregation. Well, yeah, the cost is, when you have single box, the cost is unbelievable. I mean, it's one of the things that we have a gentleman that helps us that works with many of the other ports, a guy named Larry, who what he does is he puts joint buys together. He'll go across the country and ask all the people who have boxes, saying, well, you know, why don't we put our order together? We'll put 10,000 boxes in the order, and then we'll get a better price. And that's really what he does. And you know, he works for us to identify our markets and to help put together our contracts, not only with the people that are producing or shipping, but the people who are on the boats out in the water. So both have to be organized, and they both can be.
Also the cost of the overall project.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, the cost of the overall project, it's, you know, the reason that we're going to private financing is because the last, I don't know how many attempts at public financing got a lot of promises that got broken. And again, this is a unique time in the history of America and in finance in general, where large projects like this can be financed with corporate bonds because the buyers of the bonds are in the mood to buy. And you know, we're looking at a ballpark number of about $10 billion in corporate bonds, which we have identified the buyers. Is that it? I don't want to get too detailed. There's stages to the financing. There's a local effort being put together by HBHWG, and that's local support. There's also a mezzanine financing to finance the 300 million in permits that are necessary. And then there's the main bond financing, which is $10 billion rate. We've identified the buyers of the large and the mezzanine.
We've done some tours of her trade facility where she's very proud, and she's got these whole big stacks of cans ready to go to Korea, for example. And so everything for her has to go by truck through Richardson's Grove, possibly having to change the signs of trucks frequently on their way down to shipping. And so we suffer a disadvantage for some of the things that we have here. As Mike said about the boat farm, you know, those guys could benefit from being able to ship directly out of our port. I mean, we don't have a lot of industry here, which would be generated here that goes out, but as a pass-through, it is the concept. And you know, we've got contacts we haven't explored yet with the valley, with people who want to ship things out of here, who are probably just waiting for us. And so we've gone to our East-West Rail group has gone to economic development forums over in the valley, sponsored by Chico. And you know, we've talked with all sorts of people, and it's really exciting that, that there's maybe a pent-up demand that we could answer. And then we've got the whole issue of keeping our port alive, because we have to, eventually, if we don't have enough shipping, then there's a problem with the dredging, and if there's a problem with the dredging, then it becomes a safety issue for everybody coming in and out of port. And so it's a big picture thing, and just as we used to build, as we build highways through the wilderness, we have 299, we have 101, all those going through the wilderness. And so having a nice, clean, green rail it's very feasible, especially with the modern technology. We did make some brochures that you're welcome to take one and Cheryl and look at and read. It's kind of heavy on the text, but it has some more of that little, if you're curious about things, it has a lot of information in it. So, and then there's phone numbers to contact people. So, anyway, thank you very much, Mike. Appreciate your coming and making that presentation.